What is up, everybody? It's your boy Zeph with Kmplxity. I'm coming at you with a little bit of Call of Duty news this week. We're going to try to keep this short and sweet for you. As you may know, on Sunday was the Xbox Game Showcase. Now, our good old boy Kmplxity, he went over some of the games shown off at Summer Games Fest via with the boys at Game Ranks. Awesome duo. Appreciate him going over that. But we're going to dive into the big mainstay. I think everybody took this away from the Xbox Showcase on Sunday, was the biggest reveal, aside from RE9 on Summer Games Fest. But the biggest reveal on Sunday had to have been Black Ops 7. Nobody expected it. It came out of left field. We are all kind of just stunned because not only was it not expected in terms of marketing, like there was no lead up, it was just dropped all of a sudden. The cutscene itself, or the trailer itself, didn't even look like Call of Duty at points. It looked like a horror game, such as like akin to, I thought, Alan Wake. I thought it was Alan Wake 3. It's crazy saying it out loud. Or maybe a new Silent Hill. It was very horror element-esque, like just that brooding main character and just the white. So it was a very creepy vibe at first, which I think is fine. I think if Call of Duty leaned into that horror vibe a little bit, I think that'd be a good thing. However, to everybody's surprise, it was revealed that not only was the main person on the screen David Mason from Black Ops 2, but it was also a Call of Duty title with Raul Menendez, Black Ops 7 in total. So, where does that put us in the timeline? Well, right now, as it stands, Black Ops 7 is looking to take place in 2035. So it's going to be semi-futuristic-ish, I suppose. That being said, it may not be your cup of tea. I know that for me, the futuristic stuff kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. However, we've been kind of modernized as well as post or World War II era Call of Duty for a while now. So futuristic era, I think is going to be fine. What does this mean for Black Ops 6? Well, it's also been revealed that it's been pretty or at least pretty obvious to us, at least over on the people who do play it. Black Ops 6 has not been receiving the amount of support that it normally gets, and that's pretty apparent in its launch or in its DLC seasons. So it came out today, or else I think yesterday actually, it came out yesterday that not only was this planned from the beginning, but Black Ops 7 has had the same amount, if not more, development time overall as Black Ops 6. So from the beginning, Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 were always planned to go back to back. As a good friend told me, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 walked so that Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 can run. I think it's a good true statement. I'm personally pretty hyped for it. It was a very shocking trailer to me, especially to be on a Sunday of all things. There's supposedly more information going to be dropped on June 20th, 2025, which is Judgment Day per the Call of Duty universe. We will talk about that, I'm sure. But for now, let's go over and check out this trailer. Alright, and now that we have this trailer over here, I already have it muted so that way we don't have any type of demonetization or anything like that. There is some music towards the end by 9 Inch Nails, so you'll enjoy the ambient Modern Warfare 2 music in the background while we, go through some of this. So I will put this at, let's go to, we're going to go do 0.5 for right now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to open this, start it up. As you can see, the first thing that opens up is this robot. Now, not only does this robot look like the robot from Infinite Warfare, the Snaptic bot or whatever you want to call it, but it also has the guild on it. And they also start with an opening sequence of who the guild is and that they're the leading in technology and they're the leaders in software and all this and that. The guild is also a crime family in Avalon that has not been found out yet by Sev from Black Ops 6. So not only does it confirm that we're going to the futuristic era, but it's also bringing back enemies from Black Ops 6. So something that happens during the post-launch season of Black Ops 6 is going to essentially lead into Black Ops 7, which we have yet to find out. So we have this robot walking. And then we eventually get to, let me find it here. We see our first look at our protagonist. This is David Mason. It does not look like the same David Mason because he was recast. Harper, which has been confirmed to be in Black Ops 7 in some form, has not been recasted, and he is under Michael Rooker, which you may know as the original voice actor for Harper. And then, as you may see, let me pull this up as this comes into view. This is Emma Kagan. She is the esteemed CEO of the guild. She gives a speech about how it's been too long since they've been confined to restrictions and all this and that stuff that we're not really going to go into because that's more like the lore and the story. But she does start to show off these kill streaks, this is whenever I start to realize, is this Call of Duty? Looks like the Dragonfly, the Claw, a tank, all reminiscent and all look very familiar to what we saw in Black Ops 2. Now, this is about the time that we get to the title sequence. However, we have a little bit of a butterfly flying across the screen. It gets a little trippy. And we go here. It shows off a little bit of this trippiness. So some people are theorizing that this is part of a previous campaign, or this is a reference to old campaigns. That is very possible. And then as we zoom in on this or let it play, we have an upside down Ink Slasher, credits to him on that one. He said that this is the Calhoun mission from a previous Call of Duty because it's strictly Chinese, not Japanese. So with some of the Black Ops, not with some of the Black Ops, but some of the Modern Warfare 4 leaks that are coming out right now, is that instead of it being a normal like Roman numeric 4 or like a normal English alphabet 4, it's going to be written with Korean letters to make look like the number 4, which is strange. But apparently it has to do with I guess Makarov going to Korea, or there being ties with Korea. North and South Korea are going to be a major set piece within Modern Warfare 4, supposedly. Granted, Activision has not come out and said that, but that is supposedly what is being floated around. So we have more of this trippy sequence. We go to, shipping containers. Sudden reveal. Oh, he's actually upside down. More trippy stuff. I don't really know what this is. It's some type of shipyard. It could be... When I saw the shipping container, I was immediately reminded of the shipping container that Woods was left in Black Ops 2 in the 1960s or whatever it was, whenever he was held captive by the Menendezes as well as the cartel. So we don't have that. The door ominously shuts. We have Mason turning around. This is a direct reference to the numbers room. We have red CCTV cameras coming on, all kinds of old era CIA equipment, including just everything looks and screams Black Ops 1 with this. You hear an ominous laughter. You do hear somebody, not saying who exactly because we'll talk about that in a moment, say opulence is sin, David. So we have this playing. The butterfly flies into the ominous hand of one unknown character. And he crushes it almost immediately. He says, "Fear is a powerful weapon, David Mason." It is revealed that this is supposedly Raul Menendez. Now, for those of you who may be confused, Raul Menendez, depending on which ending you chose at the end of Black Ops 2, was killed. Yes, he was killed by the main character at the time, who was David Mason. David Mason recognizes him, obviously, because he is the person who caused Judgment Day, or June 20th, 2025, the new David, says Menendez, and then we have this flash of the title sequence of him. It looks like holding a Scar H. This actor was probably handpicked. I don't know the actor personally. I don't recognize any of their other work, but you know, the camera pans, it looks around, you got this really glassy figure. He pulls up a Cap 40, and we get the iconic Call of Duty intro logo title sequence, Call of Duty Black Ops 7. And then, of course, the song doesn't stop. We immediately transition into the more interesting parts of this. We now have what looks to be some gameplay. So we have a semi-futuristic Osprey here, very familiar as to one that looks like one's from Black Ops 2. And then at this point, I don't really know what's going on here, but it's really trippy because we have some type of vehicle frame in relative small size over here on the right, on the bottom right. There looks to be some type of oil rig or oil refinery or just some type of metallic tower to the left. And we have normal sized buildings in the background, and it looks like we're at eye level. So perhaps, or ground level, so perhaps maybe that tractor's a little bit further away than I thought. However, it looks like this is a massive machete slamming into the earth and just blood splattering everywhere, along with some earth, dirt. So that's a very quick transition. Then we immediately have this spooky, dark jail cell. It could be anything. Some people want to theorize that it might be Mob of the Dead, and then as it quickly transitioned to here, this is our first look at 4-person either campaign, 4-person some type of co-op mode, or 4-person Warzone. Some people think this might be the Return of Blackout. This is 100% the Avalon map. You may notice, or you may know, that Avalon is a map that is currently within Black Ops 6. That is being used as like the main large map to a lot of like maps like say Stakeout or Dealership, but it's not accessible. They didn't make this the Warzone map. This isn't a part of anything. There's no way to physically go out and play on this map other than, you know, playing the maps that have been handpicked for multiplayer and other small, you know, skirmishes. So we see wingsuits, which is I think the most credence to the Blackout claim, because wingsuits were a big, they were how you entered, or rather infilled in Blackout. Like being able to master the wingsuits and landing and all that. You had a parachute, but you didn't have, the wingsuits were mainly how you came in. It was really cool. So we have those. And then we have another Osprey looking helicopter jet thing flying in on what looks to be this either could be a multiplayer map, which looks pretty cool. It's very out in the open, very oceany. It's got a helipad. It looks like a house or a military base on the water, perhaps. So they have them come into that, and that could be either one of those things. And then we have what looks to be somebody using active camo. Looks like David, actually. Sees he's getting spotted by a DAWG, which is dog. Not a whole lot going on there. And then we have the zombies teaser, which is a bunch of zombies standing in the middle of a street with some lights that look like they might be. Let's go back and look. Looks like they might be bus lights. Looks like some type of farm piece in the background there. Oh yeah, it is. Could be. Oh, there and there's a box light. You can see it in the box light with like a purpley sky. Some people are theorizing that this whole zombies experience is going to take place in the dark ether, which would be very interesting. So we have that. The lights come on. It could be the bus. It could be a Transit remake, but there's no way to guarantee. So with that being said, after that, there's just not a whole lot to look at. This is all we have for right now in terms of Black Ops 7. Black Ops 4 might be having an event here in the near future, but as of right now, that's all we got for Black Ops 7. If you like this video, let me know. Feel free to leave a comment down below, and then let me know what your thoughts are. Are you ready for the next Call of Duty? Do you think that do you think it's a good time to start marketing? A lot of people are upset that maybe this is too soon, but let me know your thoughts down below. It's been your boy Zeph with Triple XP. Peace.